Alright folks, here we are again off of Hanton City Trail, and at the end of the last video I was delighted to find out that I had discovered at least what appears to be at least part of what used to be the actual colonial era Hanton City. Stone wall definitely all along here. Whoa, I just walked into a spider web. Oh, do you see the size of that bug? What the heck was that? Look, here's a little hole in the ground. I wonder if that was the basement area of a structure, or I don't know, but it definitely goes down there. But yeah, you see the stone wall over here? That's a distinct olden days stone wall. Imagine back in the day how long it must have taken to build stone walls like this. I've been in areas in the woods where there's stone walls that stretch for basically like miles. I mean, imagine how long it would take, because back then they didn't have any modern technology. They didn't have trucks, they didn't have forklifts, they didn't have, you know, electricity, gasoline power. It was all muscle power. It was either human or animal power. Imagine how long it would take to cart stones like this, find them, dig them up, cart them, carry them, bring them, put them in place. I mean, these people were just, their work ethic must have been just insane. I have so much respect for them. I wouldn't have wanted to live back then, but they did what they could with what they had. And it looks like they built it just like, you know, amongst the actual, you know, natural rock formations that were here. Let's see if I can, that looks kind of treacherous going up there. Let's see if I can find a more easy way to explore more of this. Oh, I think I see a little, almost looks like a cave for gnomes. Look at this. It's a gnome cave. It's only about a foot tall, and maybe a foot and a half wide, maybe not even that much. I wonder why they would have done that. Maybe to store some of their food and keep it a little cooler. Wow, these giant boulders just keep going up that hill. So we definitely found the stone walls. We found well. Nothing I can conclusively say is a foundation yet, though, so I don't know if we'll find any of that. Even if that's all we find. Oh wait, here's a foundation, I think. Hot diggity. Oh, it's a foundation. Check it. This probably would have been this. There's stairs going down there. Pretty well carved out. Probably to go down into their basement. So you would have gone down these steps, and there's your basement down there. Small basement. I'm sure the house itself was probably no bigger around than the basement itself. Very small little shack size house. House itself is long gone. House itself is long gone. I'm not sure, it was just destroyed by fire or just natural decay, but foundation of the basement still remains. Of course, it's caving in on that side and on this side, but you can see how it's neatly stacked still on that side. And on this side you can see it very well. Definitely foundation. This is probably the main area where they lived. Right over in here. Up here in the woods, no one would bother them. But yet they'd be close enough that they could travel to more populated areas to trade and perhaps work. A little pile of rocks right there by the road. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that someone, since the last time I was here, cleared out, probably more than one person, this area. As you can see, there's so many stumps that are cut and no bushes growing, it's just low grass. So awesome that they did that, so that people can finally find the legendary lost Hanton City. Yeah, the stone wall goes all along there, all by the road. There's piles of rocks everywhere over here. There's a pile right here. I don't know what this would have been. See if we can get further up the hill and see what else we find. One foundation so far. That's not much of a city. Of course, not everyone may have been living in a building with a foundation, you know. So that could be, maybe around here, even though it was very modest size, perhaps that was the rich person. Could afford to have a foundation and a basement as small as it was. But again, this is all just speculation. Giant boulders everywhere. There's some more rocks over there. Let's check that out. Okay, this looks like it's something, or was something. I don't know what though. Perhaps a place just to light fires. I mean, there's a boulder there that was probably there originally, but then around it there's smaller rocks in a circular formation. I'm thinking maybe a place to light a fire. Not really too big enough to be too many other things. No doubt back in the day this area was cleared out too, so it's looking more like it did back in the day now that it's been cleared out once again. I'm going to just come to the crest of this hill, but it doesn't look like there's anything else that's man-made. Pretty sure that's it. From what I can tell anyway in this area. You know, for all I know, this could have been just one person's property. The one person or family could have lived in that little house with the foundation. They had their well, they had their walls, had their campfire area. Well, I probably didn't call it a campfire, but who knows for sure. Now look, you can see from the top of this hill, there's another, what looks like a road there, but I believe that's the continuation of the gas line. Gas line runs roughly parallel to Hanton City Trail most of its distance. I'd love to explore that too, but I don't think I'm going to have time today. Alright, well, I guess we'll go back down to Hanton City Trail and continue on then, northeasterly, down its path, because there's some other cool things that I'm hoping are still there to show you. But I am super thrilled that I finally, after all these years, found at least some remnants of Hanton City. And I was able to share it with you guys, so even better. Look at these ferns. I love ferns. Ever since I was a kid, I've loved ferns. Ferns are an ancient species. They were around back in prehistoric dinosaur era days. Dinosaurs lived with ferns. That's how ancient ferns are. Some chopped down birch trees here. So we see that this is more of the stone wall, I think. Looks like the stone wall kind of ends up at this point. Pile of rocks there. That might have, maybe this was like a gate. Actually, you know what? This could have been, see how it's right there and it's right there, but it's not there. They could have had a wooden gate in the middle to keep their livestock in. I don't think that's a foundation. Alright guys, well, it's getting late, so I gotta get back to the road. But definitely, very cool. Very cool indeed. I got something in my shoe. Just gonna lean over for a minute so I can get it out of my shoe. Alright, so, back to the matter. Whoa! A giant branch just fell off a tree up there. I'm guessing maybe it was getting ready to go and some animal knocked it over. There's the foundation again. Goodbye, foundation. Back to the somewhat paved road. Well, they didn't just pave it up to this point. I think it might have been paved further down. People might have lived further in. What is that in the woods? Is that an old balloon? It's red. You see that red thing? It's a balloon. Someone came up here with a balloon. Either that or it was a helium balloon and it flew away and just happened to land here. I don't know which. Look, it's Spiderman. Spiderman balloon. My son would love that. He's obsessed with Spiderman. That's awesome. Alright. Well guys, that about concludes this video. Tune in tomorrow for the next installment of Hanton City Trail. Click my face to subscribe, please. That rocks.